Alright guys, how's it going? I got another tape deck video here, which will probably get less than 100 views as usual. But again, as I always say, if I helped one person in 10 years, that's good enough for me. Anyway, what I've got going on here, this is in my Oldsmobile. I got this Symphony Sound Cadillac ETR cassette deck in here. It's been really good to me. I haven't had any problems with it or complaints or anything like that. It plays tapes clearly, you know, crystal clear audio quality. There's no fuzziness or anything like that. It can play, you know, 60-minute tapes and shorter. Anything longer than that, you're risking to get, you know, your tape eaten or chewed up or completely destroyed. But it is what it is. It's an 80s car, so you know you don't really expect them to be able to play longer tapes. But anyway, past all that, I've got many videos talking about this radio you can find on my channel. But this video is going to be cleaning it. So basically, this morning on my way to work, I was listening to this here Rod Stewart's Unplugged and Seated, and basically I was having the audio fade in and out, highs and lows, in and out, in and out, in and out. The whole time it was playing. It was on tape side 2, which is playing the tape backwards technically. And at first, you know, it took me a little while to realize what was going on. I didn't even quite put 2 and 2 together at that time this morning. I thought maybe it was just a bad tape or a magnetized tape. It happened. It's, you know, it is what it is. We're listening to music that's on really, you know, outdated technology at this point. But I mean, you can kind of see here what it was doing. It was wrinkling the tape. And I don't know if you can see that on camera, but right there, see that? It was wrinkling my tape as the tape was going through. See, right here is normal, and then right there is all mangled and screwed up. Well, that's not normal. A magnetized tape won't do that. The magnetized tapes will look like a normal tape, but it will play with inconsistent audio frequencies. But this is a fault of the machine. And I confirmed that by playing a different tape I have on my way home from work, and it did the same thing. So I didn't want to ruin that tape too, so I quickly switched sides back to tape side 1, and it wouldn't do it. So I'm going to show you here. I was going to take a look inside and clean it off a little bit, which I will do anyway. But I took a look inside first just to see what I was looking at. And basically, being an auto-reverse deck, how these work is you have, see if I can get this to go in here. Okay, there we go. Basically, on auto-reverse decks, you have 2 pinch rollers. You see that right there, that kind of behind the plastic reel, you have a little metal rod sticking up. That's a capstan. And behind that, you have a little rubber roll. That's the pinch roller. That's what pulls the tape through. On auto-reverse tape decks, you have one for tape side 2 and one on the other side. See if I can get this to work here with my flashlight being on there. Yep, right there. One on the other side for tape side 1. Now, I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's being really finicky with the lighting right now. But this here one on that side is nice and clean, the capstan is. And then this one here on the other side, oh Lord, is actually really dirty. It's got kind of a rusty sort of deposit on it. It's a little orange on the top like that. And since this won't play correctly with tape side 2, that's the problem right there. That capstan is dirty. So the way you want to go about doing this is there's 2 ways to do it. I'm going to do both for thoroughness. Number 1, take some Q-tips and some isopropyl alcohol. 98% is better, but you can't get that at the drugstore. You have to order it on Amazon. I'm not going to do that. So 91 will work. Anything above 89 really is good. And then, at the same time, after that, I'm going to use this head cleaner. This is a dry head cleaner. They make wet head cleaners where you spray something on them before you stick it in, but this is a dry one. And you stick this in and you play it, you know, the number of times that you typically, I stick it in, I let it play to one side, auto reverse it, and play the other side, and that's clean, and that supposedly cleans the heads, the pinch rollers, and the capstans. So I'm going to use that, which I have a video of how to use that on a different video, which you can watch. And I'm going to use the isopropyl alcohol here. So I'm going to spray some alcohol onto my Q-tip here. And now that I've done that, stick the Q-tip down into the machine like this and rub it along the capstan like that. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, but try to get it all the way around it, fully saturated in the alcohol. And the alcohol will evaporate, so it's not a big deal. You don't have to worry about wiping it off afterwards or anything. Get that on there. Then go to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. Even though this isn't having any issues with playback on the tape one side, I still want to be thorough, and if I'm going to clean one side, I'm going to clean the other. But that tape side 2 is definitely the culprit of our problems here. And you can't see it nearly as well in there, again, because of lighting. But it's slightly better, and if you actually look at my Q-tip, if my camera would focus, thank you. Good Lord. There we go. That's really dirty. It's got that orange deposit on it. That's gross. So I'm going to keep doing this off camera. And then I'm going to run the tape head cleaner through it. And we'll see what happens. Alright, and while you're in here, guys, you might as well take the time to clean off the pinch rollers as well as the capstans and the tape reader head, because it will improve the longevity and the sound quality of your tapes playing. This here dirt on this Q-tip, which the camera will focus on right there, is actually that dirt off of that right there. That's from the head, the reader head alone. So that reader head was nasty. Even though it was playing just fine, I still wanted to clean it off because it says in the owner's manual that you're supposed to clean this every 45 hours of playing, which is hard to gauge, because who the heck tracks how much music they listen to on tape, you know? But I'd say that I've never cleaned it in the time that I've had it, and I've had this machine in here for almost 3 years, so being a daily driver, I'd say I've definitely listened to well over 45 hours of playtime. But I cleaned that off pretty well. I'm pretty confident with that job. Now I'm going to stick my tape cleaner in there, and we will see what happens. So basically, not going to make a huge deal out of this, because I already showed this, but I'll do it on camera anyway, just because. Take your tape cleaner, doesn't matter which side you put it in. That's going to play through, and as it's playing, it is scrubbing off the pinch rollers, the capstans, and the tape reader head. And then once it reaches the end, it's going to auto-reverse, just like that, right just about there. And now it's going to play through the other side, and when it reaches the end and flips back to side 1, eject it, and try a tape and see if it's still plays them all messed up. But that should solve the problem. So since I have been copyright striked many times on YouTube, there it goes. So then just eject it once you're done. So I've been copyright striked many times here on YouTube, and I don't like my channel being having that little triangle, upside down triangle with the exclamation point being in there. I don't like it being on my channel, so I'm not going to test this on camera, but I will, as always, let you know how it worked in the description below. So for those of you who did watch this, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.